welcome. This is a no drama stream, which means I can basically say whatever I want and people are going to assume that it's no drama. Welcome everybody watching for the second time, third time, the replay guys. All of these streams in this Walmart series is rewatchable, and Rant Jams is going to expose another assumption that people make that they need to really think about. Welcome Studio Geek 32, Lynn Mitzi. And we're going to talk a little bit about peace, guys. What is peace? What is peace? All right. Welcome Nez Lover. Welcome the Shiny Collector JVB. Welcome Lisa Donaldson. Anybody who comes into my streams or leaves comments on my videos, I go back and watch their videos, and I playlist the very best for my Monday streams, top videos of the week. Welcome Sarah O'Connor. Sarah O'Connor is not an advocate for peace, guys. To be a full-blown advocate for peace is somebody who wants all the drama to end. All the drama to end. What does that mean? Well, that means that if you're alive and you're existing on this earth, you're never going to be fully at peace. It's just not possible. You're just not going to happen. Even if you're a monk on a mountain somewhere meditating, guys, all his days in complete silence, as silent as you can be, guys, you're never going to be at complete peace. Welcome Mark Har Ranger 92308. Welcome Lulz Girl. And I had all these thoughts collected before the stream, and now I like I said, it's one of these things that's a very tough topic for people to get, guys. The Bible says, if you guys want to know what the Christian take on this is, the Bible says there's times for peace and there's times for war. There's time of the season for everything, guys. There's a time of the season for winter. There's a time of the season for rain. And whenever you make a prayer to God or to whoever else, welcome BNR Outdoors. Whenever you make a prayer and you ask for peace, that's not necessarily the wrong thing. But you got to keep in mind, though, that peace is not just, whenever you have conflict in your life, it's also a gift. When you buy a video game, welcome, I'm by Walmart, that's funny. When you guys buy a video game, right, you're not praying for your game to be peaceful. When you go to the movies, you're not praying for an absolutely peaceful movie. A movie that's completely at peace is a movie that is black screen with nothing on it. A video game that's total peace is a video game in which you hit the start button and it's over. Welcome Mark Fun Jones. All right. So like I said, I really don't have a lot to go on here outside of one extreme to another. Just as many people have died in the name of peace than have died in the name of war. And what is war, guys? War is the transitional state from life to peace, life to death. That's what we're talking about. Please hit the thumbs up, by the way, guys. Life to death. There's no reason to skip to the end if you're having a good time. And if you want absolute peace, guys, it's like giving the middle finger to God. That's what it's like. It's like saying, God, I don't appreciate any of the experiences that I have. I don't appreciate anything that comes my way. I just want total peace, right? Instead of doing that, doing that whiny ass shit, oh, things are too hard, which you should probably consider doing. Welcome, Angel Munez. What you probably should consider doing is embracing your life. Embracing your life, because life requires a little bit of conflict and drama to even exist. Welcome, Jelly Duck 100. Embrace the pain. Embrace it. Doesn't mean that you whine about it. It doesn't mean that you're like, oh. No, it means that you take the time to accept that because you have the capacity to feel pain, you also have the capacity to feel love. Because you have the capacity to feel anything. So it is the reality of the situation is you don't really want peace. Try Star Travelers, welcome. Nez Lover, welcome. And I can get really biblical really quick. If you guys want to get really biblical really quick, It looks like I'm being interrupted in the middle of the stream. Hold on, just a moment. All right, so I guess I'm going live into my Traverse. We're going to talk about this idea of peace, guys. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to break it down, guys. All right. All right, so I understand that we're here at the Walmart. I'm inside the Traverse here with Lowell's Girl. Thank you very much for being in my stream and taking the time to come to my stream, Lowell's Girl. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, or I'm going to be pissed off. You better leave a comment on this video.
Come on,
all right.
I'm gonna go get you.
All right, so here's the situation, guys. The Holy Bible. I'm ready. This is going to be a bit of a sermon, but this is for Christians and non-Christians alike. So I'm just letting you guys know that I'm going to get into every possible. I'm going to make, just like Patsy says on her show, on her Christmas special, I'm going to make sure everybody gets a piece of this. But those of you guys who read the Holy Bible, welcome Robusco Talks, and pretend to be Christians, or are actually Christians, need to recognize that the Holy Bible, all right, it promotes peace, and peace is a part of it, but the book is not totally peaceful, right? There are chapters in the book that talk about stuff like getting cast into the lake of fire. They talk about genocide. They talk about all kinds of crap that goes on in this earth, all right? And you got to recognize that the Bible is not drama-free. It's the furthest from drama-free as you can get. The Bible is the most dramatic book of all time, and that's what most of the critics come out and go, man, this is nasty. This is nasty. But you can't come out and say that you're Christian and then go, do not speak of the drama. Well, the drama is everywhere, guys. All right? So that's my message for Christians. Now, for non-Christians, those of you who think that life is you're born and then you die and there's nothing, why the hell would you want peace? Right? Because basically you're screwed. If that's what you believe, you're screwed, because you want to skip right to the end. You want to go straight to, I want a life of peace, bro. I want a life of peace, bro. Well, you're going to have peace one day when you're 6 feet under. All right? Now is the time to partay. Now is the time to embrace the gift of life. Guys, it's a gift. It's a gift. If you believe it's random, then you must think it's a real gift. Welcome, Turtle Creativity. Welcome, White Tupac. Guys, and like I said, I'm in the Traverse right now. Enjoy and embrace. If somebody tells you to choose peace, you got to understand that, yes, you can choose peace. There are times for peace. But I'm going to get into something else in just a moment, Dirty Deeds. I'm going to get into something else, Turtle Creativity, and this is going to be relevant to YouTubers out there. And this is going to get really heavy and really intense, WrestleMania. And we're going to talk a little bit. If you missed the beginning of the stream, please go back and watch it, because I got into scratch the surface. But I'm going to make this relevant to YouTubers and how you can make your channel explode. Welcome, White Tupac, Mark Fun Jones. Fart is not drama-free. There's a lot of drama in fart. But I'm going to tell you guys, the status quo. There are people out there that are trying to convince you that you need to make your channel the status quo. You need to be completely peaceful and drama-free on your channel. But I got to tell you, the status quo is people going to your channels and leaving the comment nice. Okay, that's the status quo, Dominican. That's the status quo, Sarah O'Connor. All right? The status quo is people going to your channel, leaving the comment nice. Now, if you're on Rant Jams Live and have been on Rant Jams Live for a long time, you're getting a lot more than somebody going to your channel and leaving the comment nice. But the status quo on YouTube is that you are at the bottom of YouTube. The status quo on YouTube is that you are not PewDiePie or any of these other people. If you really want to grow your channel and to do something, it's going to require radical action. It's going to require shaking up the status quo and a little bit of drama. That's the reality. Thank you so much, Jelly Duck, for becoming a Patreon. It's going to take that you break up the status quo. You cannot ascend the ladder just by being nice and not being afraid to speak your mind, not being afraid to step on other people's toes. It just can't happen. If you go into a live stream, B&O Outdoors, for example, if you go into his live stream and there's 50 people in his live stream all saying, I support you, hit me back, right? That's not going to get you anywhere. It's the reality of the situation, Picker Rick. One, the reality of the situation is anybody can go live and do that. Rant Jams has done that in the past. Anybody can go live and host a I hate you, hit me back stream. But you've got to legitimately break up the status quo. You have to define the metagame. You have to be the channel that other people copy. If you're not the channel that other people copy or admire, then you are not getting anywhere. Period. That's just how it is. Welcome. And if you want peace, then what the hell are you doing on YouTube? If you really want peace, you would delete your channel. Guys, you delete your channel. And when you get up in the morning, you would just stay in bed. If you really wanted peace, this is the truth. This is Nez Lover. Picker Rick, thank you for being here, by the way. Hit the like button and share. If you really wanted peace, what you would do every time you got up in the morning, you would just stay in bed. You would never experience anything in your day-to-day life because all of it has the potential for drama. I went into Walmart today, right? Clocked in. Oh my God, the potential for drama was everywhere. The potential for drama was everywhere. Temporary pain official. Thank you for being here. And you would stay in bed. And people who advocate peace, I advocate peace when peace is called for, all right? I advocate people standing up for themselves when that is called for. Choosing peace all the time is not the best option because choosing peace definitively means choosing death. Not necessarily the death of a person, but the death of your channel, the death of an era, the end of you having any meaningful feedback because if you don't comment nice, somebody's going to get pissed off because you want to be as peaceful as possible. That's right. Welcome, Jacob Tybalt. Thank you very much for being here, Jacob, by the way. So what I'm talking about here, guys, is that, and like, for example, guys, we're talking about embracing life. Let's talk about embracing life for a second. All right? Embracing life. And I appreciate all donations, by the way. I thank you guys very much for donating on Patreon as well as Super Chat and on PayPal. It does help my family. We're talking about embracing life as opposed to choosing peace. Okay? All right? Now, if I was going to choose peace, I probably never would have had a baby here with Lowell's girl. How could that possibly be choosing peace? All right? How is childbirth choosing peace? I want somebody to explain to me this, right? If you were on the extreme and an advocate for peace, you would never, ever dare have a child. You would never, ever dare to put your significant other through all of that pain and anguish, right? That's just how it is. That's just how it is. That's the reality. That's not the fantasy. That's the reality, guys. Welcome, JB Cupiter. Thank you very much for being here. Blenda Klein. There's some awesome people who are coming into this stream. And if you guys have a quarrel with what I'm talking about, I really want you guys to leave a comment saying, you know what, Rant Jams, I disagree. And then I'm gonna clarify what I mean. I'm gonna clarify. Thank you very much, Shannon Madden. Thank you very much. I'm playlisting all of these, by the way, that you guys can go back to. But peace in the Soviet Union, we're gonna talk about Soviet Russia for really quick. They were all about peace. And in the pursuit of peace, they killed 20 million people in a genocide. 20 million people got murdered because they were not drama-free enough for the Soviet Union. So they killed them all. On YouTube, it's called massively banning Rant Jams. Massively banning all of his friends. Massively saying, don't go to Rant Jams because he might shake it up. He might tell you something true, bro. But in the Soviet Union, they just straight killed people. And that's because in the pursuit of peace, that's the kind of stuff that happens. Because peace, absolute peace, means the absolute end of humanity. All right? And embracing life means embracing both the pain, the love of human beings, the faults and the perfections, and everything in between. Everything in between. Yes, I'm ranting. I'm ranting, guys. I can't go into my OBS and showcase all of the awesome musicians in my stream right now, but I will be doing that on Monday. Guys, let you know. Definitely ranting, guys. If you guys disagree with this, please leave a comment And make sure you watch my argument. I'm not going to rant for like 40 minutes. It should be easy. But please definitely watch this and leave real feedback, and I will do the same. Every single person who comes into Rant Jams Live, I always go back to your channels and watch your videos. And I playlist them. The top videos I showcase on Mondays. I have a bias towards music, but if you have an absolutely fantastic video, you make the cut, and I will showcase. It's guaranteed. It's called Rant Jams. Right now I am ranting. And peace is not what we need to choose all the time. Sometimes you need to choose peace. Some people have this idea that Gandhi chose peace. Gandhi chose peace. Gandhi did not choose peace. If Gandhi was going to choose peace, he wouldn't have done anything. He would just let the British, let all those people screw over the people of India for the 100 more years. But no, he stood up for himself. It's called, what's it called, man? What's the name for that? Just because he was nonviolent, he was still standing up for the people of India, still standing up for them, and that was a time of conflict, and he had to do it. Martin Luther King stood for peace, right? But not only peace, he also stood for resistance. Resistance, guys. When they were doing the stand-ins and the restaurants, when they were going into the whites-only places, that was not a peaceful move. Guys, that was not advocating peace. That was advocating for change. If you want real change on your channel and in your life, you got to embrace life, and you got to embrace the drama. And that's the only way it's going to happen. Only way. Only way. It doesn't mean that you have to embrace violence. Gandhi didn't embrace violence, right? But he definitely embraced the drama, and he definitely embraced life. Martin Luther King did not embrace violence, but he definitely embraced life and definitely embraced the drama. All great people do. If you don't want to just be a channel among many, if you really want to ascend the ladder, you can't be afraid of standing up and doing something that stands out. You've got to stand out. It's the only way. It's the only way. Nobody's going to find your channel if you're just leaving nice comments on people's videos and then streaming, I'm bored. Which brings me to another point. Welcome Fan Channel Live. Welcome Lisa Donaldson. Welcome Fairy Frequency. Fairy Frequency knows what I'm talking about. All right, Fairy Frequency is a very enlightened channel, and everybody in her group, from Tam Bear, Father Frequency, everybody that shows up in her channel, I have learned a great deal from. But I'm going to talk a little bit about peace and boredom. In the United States and in many westernized nations, we have a problem. And that problem is that a lot of people are really bored. All right? And what do bored people do? They start drama. They start drama, guys. And a lot of bored people that start drama aren't very creative. But you don't have to worry about that on Rant Jams Live, because we have the most talented group of people ever assembled on YouTube. We are not the bottom of YouTube, guys. This is not what Rant Jams Live is. There's other places that are. Now, you can be a part of the bottom of YouTube, but here it's not. This is the best of YouTube, guys. We are the best of YouTube. Not even close. Doesn't even come close. Go ahead. Go into these other channels. Go ahead. I want to see you go into somebody else's live stream and find people that are as awesome as us that are hanging out, just chilling in the live stream. It's absolutely no contest, guys, because I choose your guys' side. I pick a side. And Rant Jams, he's not totally at peace with YouTube. That's why he's here. If he was totally at peace with YouTube, he would have deleted his channel and left it alone. If he was totally at peace with all of this, he would just let it go. Why would he even bother making videos at all? All right? Only boring people get bored, Mark Fun Jones says. Exactly. And we don't have boring people here, but we do have people here that understand, guys, that if you do not upload something with some kind of substance, I mean, it's got to have something, guys. I mean, let's say, for instance, I went live, right? I went live, and I didn't even know I was live. I was just walking home from work, and I was live, right? Is that content? I mean, it's a good question. This is a good question. Here's the deal. If I walk home from work, and somebody was live streaming me, is that content? Some people go, well, yes, that is content. right? But Rant Jams knows that there's a lot more to content than that, okay? Because if that is content, right, and if that really is legitimate, then the reality of the situation is that you have no reason whatsoever to ever be on YouTube live streaming if you're not going to create something for real. That's the case. Depends on what you want to watch. Well, if you want to watch people, if you just want to watch yourself be live, for example, you have no reason to be on YouTube. A real feedback loop is required, and real comments are required. Exactly. Mark Fun Jones is content. All right, like I said, like this is a bit longer than I normally go on. I talked about why peace means death. If you guys disagree, I'm not saying death is necessarily a bad thing all the time. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes letting go is the best possible thing. That's why there's a time for peace. There's a time to let go, right? But if you're on YouTube, it's not necessarily the time for death. It is the time to embrace life. So let's embrace life together. Let's be awesome together. And let's legitimately make videos that I'm going to go back and watch, comment on, playlist, and show everybody how awesome you guys are, because you guys embrace life, embrace art, and embrace reality, and are not in denial when it comes to being judgmental, drama, and peace. All right. Now I'm gonna give you guys some. I'm at peace right now with this rant, guys, which means this rant's gonna end in just a moment, guys. I'm pretty much at peace with it right now. I'm at total peace. So once I reach total peace, this live stream will end, because I've basically said everything that needs to be said. But I'm gonna give everybody one last chance to respond to this issue. And if you guys have no response right now, that's totally fine. I got a Frosty. That's right.
I told him there's nothing.
And like, this is a very challenging live stream. You know, like, I could have been more peaceful. It could have been just me at Walmart ranting. But instead, I embraced the situation and just kept going with it. I just went with it. I embraced the situation and went with it. And now I've got a Frosty. So please, please, people, I'm letting you guys know that if you want to ascend the YouTube ladder, it doesn't mean that you have to advocate for bashing channels or violence or whatever. But what you do have to do is you can't be afraid to shake things up, because if you don't shake things up, you can't ascend. You have to do something on your channel that shakes up the very foundation of yourself and all of YouTube, or you've got no chance. Think about everything that Rant Jams has done. Still not there. That's why I'm still here. And I'm not quite at peace yet, and I've got quite a lot more work to do, bro. Welcome everybody here who came in late. Please check it out. The Bible is the most dramatic book of all time. Go and read it. You'll know that Rant Jams is correct.